If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the sting of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum bass, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. Yep, that's the original Backrooms creepypasta released somewhere around 2019. But now we have 2025, and Backrooms lore, as you may know, drastically expanded to almost second SCP Wiki. Remember the times when Backrooms were just one single level with no entities and no exit? Yeah, that times are now gone, because right now, according to all of the wikis I could find, there are in total 9 quintillion levels, 9 quintillion negative levels, and not to mention all of the entities, objects, phenomena, groups, lore, enigmatic levels, sub-levels. So if you did not know, in past I tried to turn the Backrooms into a Minecraft map inspired by the original lore and kinda by Escape the Backrooms, an indie horror game made by Secret Mode and Fantasy. But if you watched my channel before, you probably know I have a lot of story made with this game. But unfortunately, what actually ended up being released was a bugged, not finished, ugly looking project which was deleted from all of the sites I uploaded it in just 2 days. That's kinda depressing. Mainly because I was working on this for almost 1 year. But now, in 2025, well, almost 2026, I'm back with a lot more skills learned, and I will try to finally accomplish my goal to turn Backrooms into a custom Minecraft map, inspiring with the original lore, Backrooms databases like Wikidot or Fandom, and Escape the Backrooms, because I actually like some ideas from that game. And not every update was actually bad to it. I actually really liked playing part 2 or part 3, so yeah. So without further info, let's get into the work. Yeah. So after I did some basic shit, being creating a super flat world without structures, setting up some basic commands, installing shaders and resource packs, which I'm going to only use right now to prototype some levels, I started by making the first Backrooms level known as Level 0, the tutorial level on Wikidot, and the lobby on other wikis. So according to the wiki, Level 0 is a non-linear space resembling the backrooms of a retail outlet. Similar to its previous form, all rooms in Level 0 appear uniform and share superficial features such as yellowish wallpaper, damp carpet, and inconsistently placed fluorescent lighting. However, no 2 rooms within the level are identical. So, my biggest advantage here is that the backrooms are actually so easy to make. Like, look at these examples. Making houses. Terrible. Making environments. Terrible. Making props, like, let's say, boilers. Awful, atrocious, don't even talk to me to make some props all by me. But making backrooms? Bro, call me some kind of Picasso, because I'm literally placing those blocks and making walls like a real artist here. So after building the little prototype room, I added some redstone lamps that I powered using the debug stick, and adjusted the shaders to add a little post-processing effect to make it feel like it was filmed in the 90s. So the problem here is that the backrooms are almost infinite, and some levels are bigger than all continents combined. And one of the levels is unfortunately Level 0. Level 0 is supposedly stretching over 600 square million miles. And my Level 0 is not even in 1 square mile. So we're gonna figure out something better than just building this level for eternity until my eyeballs will jump out of from my sockets. So I decided to use something called procedural generation, which basically is using math to create shit. Basically, this is the time where you're questioning in a math class, are we ever gonna use this in real life? Comes to the test, because all the time is spent learning trigonometry, or sinus, or cosinus, or whatever they fucking called, will be needed. All I know is that the entire Minecraft comment script I use is a literal comment block bible. But somehow it miraculously works. Clearly. So after a couple of tests, I decided that actually maybe the procedural generation was not a good idea to start. Since not only there are some technical issues with the generation sometimes, but also if anybody would run it on his PC, then his neighbor's sunglasses would be useful as fuck, unless you would have a $5,000 RTX 4090 with a $2,000 CPU. So then I decided to delete the entire comment block script, unfortunately, and build my own map, which I tried to make as big as I could. So this is the final result, and I hope you like it, because that's the only thing I can came up with. Oh, and also, by the way, if you don't know, I already created a Discord server, so if you want to know any future info about the map, be sure to join the server from the link in the description. The other link that you can also find there is a link to a document called Confirmed Stuff, which I made with inspiration from Fancy Similar document, and in that document, the section confirmed to not be coming in near future. Currently, procedural generation resides. So please do not bombard me with DMs or comments. Am I gonna add procedural generation to my map, since it is possible? But without using mod engines to make it optimized, there is no way that I'm gonna currently add it. Okay, but back to level 0, according to the wiki and some other databases, level 0 is not just this yellow place that we know, but it also has something called sub-levels, which are basically sub-layers that look like the main level, but with some differences. And level 0 has sub-levels like level 0.1, the Zenith station, which is some random space station at level 0. Level 0.2, the remodeled mess, which is basically level 0 but with red carpets. Level 0.3, the icy rooms, which is exactly level 0 but entirely made of ice. And my personal favorite, level 0.m, which is literally McDonald's inside of level 0. So if we're gonna include other databases, then there is a lot more sub-levels than you think. So currently I don't have time to make all of them, so let's just make level 0.8. So level 0.8, the inundation, invaded by large swathes of chilling waters at varying depths, stands as a peculiar sub-level of level 0. While the flood may be the most characteristic offshoot of the sub-level, other differences include lower temperatures, missing ceiling tiles, and a quieter fluorescent humming, noise or lack thereof, sizable sections of the level lacking illumination, and infested mold growth on the walls. Not all the rooms in the sub-level are level to one another, causing the water level between rooms to vary significantly. On either extremes of the variance, one room may be dry and another may be fully submerged. So in order to make this level, I basically built another level 0 part and then submerged it with the water. And also at some places I added leaking water from the ceilings and flickering lights to adjust the atmosphere of the level. Then I connected it to level 0 by adding this sewer pole-like entrance and also made it look a little bit darker than main level 0. So according to the wiki, level 0.8 is a lot more dangerous than level 0 because something that is called the entities, which are basically any beings living in the backrooms. So this level is entirely infested by clumps, which are hostile entities that look like bundles of limbs capable of tremendous speed and incredible agility. Their preferred habitat in a majority of levels are spaces which are tight in comparison to their size, with the largest recorded specimens being about 3 feet. Well, that's gonna be pretty hard to make for me, because probably you know, if I'm that good in building shit in Minecraft, then definitely I would be better at making models in Blender or other software. Yeah, but fortunately my talented friend created this model, which I almost instantly uploaded into my game and added some couple of cool animations, and then I scripted it to be an actual mob and added it into waters of level 0.8. So according to Wiki, Clump's behavior is really simple. Clumps seem to be in a constant state of hunger, roaming levels in search of prey. When prey is found, clumps will make their way towards it. When within 8 feet, clumps will stretch out their longest limb in an attempt to capture it, bringing the prey towards their center to reveal a mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. From there, the prey will be eaten. Simple as that. However, for unknown reasons, not many are known to attack right away. So I started scripting the clumps with using JavaScript, one of the biggest but also the easiest programming languages after Python, HTML, and Scratch. Does somebody even still code in Scratch? Anyways, after some coding and some backfixes, I can finally say this entity works. As soon as you get close to it, it will bite into you and kill you extremely fast. But the problem is that it is literally too easy to see them in the water. I decided to change the post-processing water effect in the global shader settings to make the clumps invisible in water, and it did not go well, okay? So then I decided to write a script by using Java, then C++, and then finally JavaScript that will overhaul the water. So yeah, in order to run the map, you'll need our custom special mod. But overall, finally, now the water on this level looks a lot better because the only thing that you can see I also added mechanic to the clamps to make them jump and literally stick to the ceiling. Be sure to watch out not only where are you stepping, but also your environments, including ceilings, or you may not have your brain anymore. And school too. So I'm not gonna spoil you what you will have to do in this sub-level, but trust me, it's not gonna be easy and hard at the same time. Back to level 0, you may ask if this level has any entities. According to the wiki, level 0 is a class 1 safe level, which means interactions with entities are super rare, but not impossible. So I started searching through multiple databases, and I finally found out on fandom that entities known as Howlers are residing in level 0. So Howlers are tall, rare, slender stick figure humanoid entities that are primarily encountered on level 0 and very rarely on any other level. They vary in size and have unique distortions. Most of their decomposed body in the color of a very dark brown or simply just jet black, always sporting metals wires all over their structure and long arms to catch their victims. So I found this model right here, and then I uploaded it to Blender to animate it, basically uploading other animations from other sites. Well, simple as that. Then I uploaded it into Blockbench so I could export it into Minecraft, and after scripting it and making it an actual map, I put it into level 0 walls. So according to the wiki, Howler will continuously roam around, constantly emitting distorted groaning. When it spots somebody, it will scream loudly and begin chasing you. It will not stop chasing the spotted victim until they either die, no-clip, or flee away in time. However, in the event that the victim is caught by the Howler, the consequences are fatal. So I made a script again in JavaScript, mixed with normal Java, and added the sounds that Howler emits and made it chase you as soon as it spots you. And if you are not gonna run for long enough to make it lose you, then you can already start praying because your death can be fast, or... yeah. So, in order to escape level 0, you need to traverse to all of the level 0 and its sub-levels in order to correct the ladder pieces that after you fix will make you enter level 1. So level 1 is a large sprawling warehouse-like parking garage that features concrete floors and walls, exposed rebar and low-hanging fog with no discernible source. The fog often coalesces into a condensation, forming puddles on the floor in inconsistent areas. Unlike level 0, this level possesses a consistent supply of water and electricity, which allows indefinite habitation by wanderers, providing that appropriate precautions are taken. It is also far more expansive, possessing staircases, elevators, isolated rooms, and hallways. It is also called a habitable zone, but trust me, when I'm done making this level, it's definitely gonna be an inhabitable zone. So I started out by prototyping this big room with a couple of normal materials, and when it was finished, I added some rooms, ramps, isolated rooms, and couple of hallways connected to the main garage. And then my friend Matthew started decorating and making the rest of the level. By the way, huge shout out to him, because if you don't know, he is the second Backrooms developer after me and Azura, which is the third dev of this project. And trust me, without their help, I would be stuck with this map for ages. But with their help, I was actually able to finish my first goal in just a couple of months. So yeah, huge shout out and thank you to you guys. I love you all. And I hope we can make this map even better. But right now, we will need to actually make level 1 and level, because right now it's just the main room with a couple of hallways without nothing else. So we decided to split this level to a couple of large zones, which each connected to one main room, and many hallways that you can explore in order to find the exit. But this is actually not gonna be that easy. You see, unlike level 0 and its sub-levels, where mainly just one entity resides in there, level 1 is the first level who has a couple of entities at once. So entities of this level consist of skin stealers, facelings, dollars, and hounds. Some scary shit, right? So like I said, I don't have time to make all of these entities, so I'm just gonna make the facelings. So according to the wiki, facelings are a general term for faceless people who roam the backrooms. There are many types, each with a pest-like nature. They are among the most numerous entities in the backrooms and likely among the first to appear. So this will be actually a lot more enjoyable to model and animate. So I downloaded some skins to normal Minecraft players from skin.net, and then I uploaded them to a simple skin creator, and I basically deleted their faces. Then I uploaded them to Blender and added a couple of animations for them, and then I finally managed to upload them to Blockbench, code them into an actual mob, and then place them all around level 1. So according to Wiki, facelings are harmless entities who just roam the backrooms and just stare at people, and they will not attack until you first start a beef with them. So I coded them similar to Endermans, to just stare at players and never attack until you firstly start a beef with them. So yeah, this will be the only and main entity of level 1, since I don't have time to make all of them, so let's just move on to the next level. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that the lights on this level are low on power and will malfunction through the entire playthrough, and when they will turn off, then you should be ready because entities known as smilers will appear in the dark. So smilers are generally hostile and there have been many confirmed sightings of them. They can be identified by their signature reflective eyes and teeth gleaming in the dark. So I found this cool model and I did everything. I lost so many time with adding some additional glowing effects in the dark, and when I spawned it, well, it does not look scary at all. So I decided to add some weird body features so it will look a lot more terrifying, and added some sound effects to scare player to make them run away a lot slower. So in order to survive the blackout, you will need to hide in the small rooms that we added around every single zone. And if you will get caught by a smiler in the dark, your last option is to maintain eye contact and slowly walk away. Or not. So according to the lore, level 1 is also the main level where most of the groups from the backrooms have their main bases. So in the lore, there's in total 15 main groups and 10 additional ones, but the main and most important group of the entire backrooms is none other than Major Explorer Group, simply known as MEG. So according to the wiki, the MEG is basically a group which is exploring backrooms to find an exit. In order to make sure that there is no exit at any level, they placed bases and outposts around the backrooms. And as you may think, level 1 is one of those levels. It's actually the level where main MEG base is placed, known as MEG level 1 Alpha base. So because I could not find any picture showing this base, I placed a couple of outposts around level 1 that you can explore and place these NPCs who are basically MEG members. Not only you can trade with them with items, well, you will be able to trade with them as soon as I will add items into the game, which will be soon, I promise, but you can talk with the NPCs and get info how to exit this level by doing some easy tasks for them. I also added other MEG outposts to the previous level, level 0, and I made it look abounded, so it looks like a MEG moved somewhere else. So if you're gonna find a long corridor while not dying to smilers and other dangers, then congratulations because you just moved to level 2. The level 2, also known as the Abandoned Utility Halls, or more simply pipe dreams in any other database, is basically a level taken out from your nightmares. And my nightmares too. According to the wiki, level 2 consists mainly of dark grey concrete maintenance tunnels, stretching out for million miles. The walls are lined with pipes and occasionally ventilation ducts, which often contain a thick, viscous black liquid. Doors can sometimes be found, but most are locked or lead to the dead ends. So in order to prototype the level, I created this long hallway and added pipes, some ventilations that you can hide in, and the roof with a couple of lights to make this level a lot darker. And then I started changing this level to massive complex made out of maintenance hallways. I also added some occasional doors, which some are locked, some lead to dead ends, and some can lead into next level. So in order to escape this level, your goal is to find that door that leads to the next one, but you gotta be a lot more careful than before because this level is a class 2 unsafe level and it not only contains facelings, smilers, and clumps again, but also a brand new entity known as a scratcher. According to the wiki, scratchers are tall and slender bipedal entities, typically wandering with hunched backs. Their limbs are disfigured, sometimes discolored, and create loud cracking and popping noises when they are in their most active state. Despite having no visible eyes, they are very much aware of their surroundings, perhaps through feeling with their long claws and blurred vision. So I got this model right here and did some obvious things like animated and uploaded to Blockbench to finally upload his map into the game and start scripting him. And these guys will be slowly wandering in level 2, creating these scratching sounds, and if they will hear you because they are blind, they will start chasing you with incredible speed. And trust me, you don't want to be cuffed by them. So in order to survive a scratcher encounter, the best way is to stay silent and hide in the ventilation system that I mentioned before. But you also need to be careful even there because there is another entity inside them known as the crawlers, which are these weird spider-like entities which are supposedly humans infected by the crawler fungus. Crawlers will have various behaviors ranging from normal to aggressive, based on their stage of infection. So in our map, I added these crawlers right here, and currently they are last stadium of the infection, which means they will be extremely aggressive. According to the wiki, crawlers make this weird bubbling sound of the pipes by walking the ventilation systems of level 2. So I added a behavior for them to walk around the ventilation system and create this weird sound. So be sure to be careful when you enter one to hide if you still want to have a functional brain. So if you're not gonna get cuffed by any entity and you'll find an unlocked door, then congratulations, because you just beat it level 2. Now, making the backrooms levels in order will get pretty repetitive since some levels are basically really simple, short, and boring. Like level 4, which is just a small office complex with no furniture in it. Level 6, which is just a maze without any light. And level 10, which is just an endless field of wheat. So I decided to add a level that probably everyone knows and loves, named Level Fun. So I tried to find this level in the main wikidot, but I could not find it. After some research, it seems that Level Fun was deleted and remade into Level 26, known as the SS Fun. But I'm definitely not making that because I don't have much time to add an entire sea, entire sheep, areas that it can explore, and optimizing it so I can finally release the demo. I decided to find the original Level Fun document and use it to create this level in my map. So according to the archived wiki, Level Fun is the most fun level in the whole Backrooms. It is made of small party rooms. Lots of cake and cookies are present there. We have so much fun here. Don't upset the host. So it seems like actually I should not trust any info in this document because it was vandalized by entities known as partygoers. But overall, after watching some fun footages and seeing how it was made in games, I started making the level by prototyping this small area of small party rooms with party tables in it that has cakes and balloons around, and some occasional arcade machines too. And then I started making those other massive sections like this infinite playground trampoline park-like area, this big play structured mazes, and these big party rooms and birthday rooms filled with kitchens and other weird party looking like rooms. So in order to escape this level, you'll need to explore the entirety of every single zone in order to finally find this room with a rainbow window that will lead you to the next level. Well, simple to say because it seems that you're not alone here. There are entities called partygoers with you here. So according to the wiki, the partygoers are tall, bipedal creatures with smooth, leathery skin. They typically have a bright yellow coloration, but they can be bright red, green, blue, or white. They have no other functional features with the exception of a cartoony smile carved into their face. They are highly intelligent and can operate complex machinery and forcefully traverse nearly any level of the backrooms to search for prey. So this is a partygoer. Yeah, this friendly looking like fella is so intelligent that he can literally use PCs and hack the most protected backrooms databases to vandalize Level Fun article in order to lure more wanderers into it and kill more people. Yeah, so those guys will do some casual activities like walking around the level while telling some rhymes for kids, vibing to the songs of the level fun, and bake some cakes, totally not made of humans. So in order to not get spotted by a partygoer, your only option is stay silent and not get spotted. And if you will get spotted, your only last result is to hide under the table, and even that is not 100% guaranteed to make them go away. If a partygoer catches you, it will slowly bite his teeth from arms into your body and you will slowly turn you into another partygoer. Or not. So those are all of the levels and entities that I will add in today into my map. And don't worry because I plan to add a lot more, so be sure to like and subscribe to not miss any other future video. And if you even want more teasers, then go join my Discord servers from the link in the description. Because one of the teasers may announce the release date of the demo and it will be